Hello, my YouTube family. My name is Mukesh Janma, and I have a great expert with me in this live session, Pratik Tamar sir from Best English Classes, Bikaner. He has his own YouTube channel. I'll share his YouTube channel link in description box later. You can join him. We are here with a very serious topic कि ग्रामर सीखने के बावजूद भी बहुत सारे लोग इंग्लिश में बात क्यों नहीं कर पाते हैं, इंग्लिश बोल नहीं पाते हैं. ये आपने भी देखा है प्रतीक सर. वी हैव seen that even many English teachers, those who are teaching grammar, they cannot speak in English. Students who have crammed up the grammar but they cannot speak English fluently. कैसे इसे डिस्क्राइब करेंगे? यू आर इन टू द लाइव सेशन एंड एक दो लोग जुड़ चुके हैं. एंड इफ यू आर अनेबल टू सी दिस वीडियो, you can watch it later and write your write your feedback in chat box.
Yes,
Pratik sir.
my dear friends, we are live and very much alive, and today we are going to discuss this very interesting topic, that why some people, they can read English, they can understand English, even they have knowledge of grammar, but they can't speak English fluently. What's the reason? And that's a very frequently asked question, that sir, I know grammatical rules very well but I can't speak English. What's the reason? So it's a very simple thing, that there are 4 modules in English: speaking, writing, listening and reading. And all these 4 modules are connected to each other. Those students who can read well, they can write well, but those students who don't listen a lot of English, they can't speak English because they are not in habit of speaking English. So mouth gymnastics is the key. Yes, what do you say, sir?
True. We always say, in other words, that speaking comes by speaking. People, they try to understand the grammar, but they don't implement as we speak our native language.
Right.
So what tips can you give those who are learning grammar? Because there are top YouTube channels where people understand the grammar, but the implementation of grammar with the variety of sentences, it's not there. How would you give them tips?
I can give you 5 tips all in all. First and most important is that you should give more importance to vocabulary, you should give more importance to meanings instead of grammar. Don't run after grammar, right? By a very simple example, I can tell you that when there is a child, he learns to walk first and then he learns to walk in a proper manner. In the same way, you need to start speaking first. And right, if you are not speaking a lot of English and you are only reading, how can you learn English? So it's very important that you start speaking. It doesn't matter whether you are speaking grammatically correct or incorrect, but you will have to take initiative. You will have to start speaking. This is my number 1 tip. I'll come back with more tips, but first let's go to Mukesh sir and discuss this topic elaborately.
Yes, as he told कि पहले हमें टॉपिक्स को पढ़ना है, उसके बाद हमें बहुत सारे वर्ड्स को उस ग्रामर के ऊपर इम्प्लीमेंट करके बहुत सारे सेंटेंसेस प्रैक्टिस करना है. जैसा कि हमारे कुछ YouTube वीडियोस में आपने देखा भी होगा, एक टॉपिक हम पढ़ाते हैं, फिर बहुत सारे वर्ड्स के साथ हम सेंटेंस प्रैक्टिस करवाते हैं. ब्यूटीफुल टिप. नेक्स्ट टिप.
Yes, as I said, that you must have good knowledge of vocabulary. The first tip I said, you must have good knowledge of vocabulary because these are like weapons, right? You first need weapons, then you can fight a war. If you have less knowledge of vocabulary, you can't go far, you can't speak good English, because hesitation is not a problem. Most of the people say that we hesitate. You don't hesitate, but the problem is you lack meanings. You have lack of vocabulary. That's why you can't speak up in a proper way. The second tip I would like to give you is about recitation. Recitation can be the key. Recitation means आप sentences को तेज आवाज में बोलकर उनकी प्रैक्टिस करें. मन में पढ़ने से बातें मन में ही रह जाएंगी. यदि आपको बोलना सीखना है तो आपको बोल कर प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए. इवन न्यूज़पेपर के अंदर, शायद आई थिंक राजस्थान पत्रिका के अंदर एक बार ये न्यूज़ भी आई थी कि बोलकर पढ़ने से आपका फोकस भी बढ़ता है, राइट, चाहे वो कोई भी सब्जेक्ट हो. तो जहाँ तक स्पेशली हम स्पोकन इंग्लिश की बात करते हैं, आप इंग्लिश बोलना तब तक नहीं सीख सकते जब तक आप बोल कर इसकी प्रैक्टिस ना करें. तो बजाय कि ग्रामर पे बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करने के और गूढ़ व्याकरण को सीखने के, ये ज़्यादा बेहतर होगा कि आप आसान वाक्यों को बार बार बोलें और उसका अर्थ समझें और उसकी प्रैक्टिस करें. That would be my second tip of the day.
I would like to add on, you should also implement those sentences with your friends, with your family members, because
Right.
people learn the practice, but later they cannot speak in the public, right? So implement this tip, second tip, recitation. After doing recitation, you should implement it into the routine life. Very nice. I can see few people are connected live, and those
Yes.
who will watch this live later, they should work on these things, on
Yes.
these 5 tips which are being given by Pratik sir.
Yes.
Tip number.
Also share your experience. Okay, share your experience with us. Whatever opinions you have in your mind, you can just write down in the message box, and we will reply to it. Definitely, we will reply.
Yes.
The third tip will be that first try to understand that you want to learn how to speak English. So basically, you need people, you need friends who can speak English, and you will have to give time to that also. Like, right, if you are preparing for competition exam, then you should be sitting in a library or a coaching center or at your home, and you should be just reading it out and trying to solve the questions. But when it comes to spoken English, you actually need a friend circle where you can practice that session. Whatever you have learned, input is there, but for output you will need some people. And nowadays there are many apps also available that you can just go and check out on your on Google. You can search, there are many apps. I will not take the name for free for sure, but there are many apps available where you can go and just practice with those people. So environment is the key, right? You will have to be in that environment. Okay.
Yes. In other words, you can say the culture of speaking you need to develop. How can you develop? He has suggested, please find some friends where you can talk, you can speak.
Yes.
Many people called me, nowadays I share my number, that sir, I know grammar, but I cannot speak and I don't have friends.
Yes.
For that, we have live sessions. You can contact us to join our PAD group discussion.
Right.
Tip number 4th.
Yes. Tip number fourth. Tip number four will be that you will have to understand this, that when you are learning a language, then you should take it as not as a subject but as a language, right? Language is something which is needed to convey your emotions, right? There are some people who can speak Hindi very well, and there are some other people who cannot even speak Hindi very well, right? So when you say, I want to learn speaking English, so you also need to understand that it can be a problem that you are not even good in speaking. There are some people whose voice is very low, they don't speak much, they are introvert people. So instead of learning English, they should also need to practice on their communication skills. Okay, doesn't matter if you can't speak English, but try to speak with more and more people. Get some confidence, because confidence begets confidence, right? So go to different people, ask their names, just shake the hand and ask politely, what's your name, what you do, right? Instead of learning the typical sentences or the sophisticated ones, just learn the easy ones and just make a list of 50 to 60 sentences and speak them every day with different people. Get some confidence. If you have good confidence, you can change the world. What is English?
I have very nice case I want to share with everyone. Many parents come with the kids, they speak very much fluently,
Yes.
and when we ask them, say that he can speak fluently, why do you want him to join Titanium? Parents say that he can speak in front of you, but when he goes on the stage, not a single word comes out. So
Yes.
the confidence is really a key point Pratik sir has suggested. One side, a person who has a great knowledge of English, other side, if someone has great confidence, the person who is having confidence, he'll be topper,
Yes.
right?
You
So-
will have to understand that confidence is more important than learning English. If you have the confidence, you can do anything. And if you don't have confidence, then you can't learn English. So
True.
your first step will be how to get confidence.
And that will be possible, that will come only by discussing with the people.
Yes.
Find an open platform, find friends where you can speak. Last tip.
Yes, last and most important, As I said before giving you all the tips, that there are 4 modules, and listening is directly connected to the speaking part. So try to listen more and more and more in English, right? Just go for Hollywood movies. And in Hollywood movies also, I will specially point out that if you can't understand the accent of Hollywood people, just go for the movies in which there are Indian actors, right? There are many movies in which Indian actors are there. You can easily understand that. And go for web series and many more programs on MTV, V channel, where people are speaking English. Just try to understand what they are saying. Just recite the subtitles in a loud voice. And with practice and practice and practice, by listening more and more, you will be able to speak very well. And for listening, you have this beautiful platform of YouTube, right? We also upload videos regularly, so you will have to come in the company of those people who speak English. If your company is not good, then make some new friends. You can make us your friend, we are your friends.
Thank you. What you will learn from the movie is actually, if you repeat and recite the subtitles in the movie, you will improve your pronunciation, you'll improve your accent. And accent is the beauty of any language,
Yes.
right? So these were the 5 tips given by the expert Pratik sir. In this talk with experts, Pratik sir gave a very beautiful tips, and I'm grateful to you, sir. And this discussion should not end.
Yes.
What is your opinion? Like, why do people don't speak English even after learning the grammar? And I'm also going to drop one debatable topic. In government schools, many teachers, they know grammar, but they cannot speak fluently.
Yes.
What's the reason? I think you can get the points
Some
from
of them can speak very well, but some of them can't speak.
Yes, majority of people cannot speak.
Yes.
I'm talking about the government schools,
Yes.
right? So it was a great discussion, Pratik sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, no, it was my pleasure. I'm sure people may have enjoyed. And if you really like this session, live session, then please write your genuine feedback and
Yes.
want to follow Pratik sir.
Yes. You
I'm
can
going
find
to.
my channel's link in the description box.
I'll put it later. Okay. Thank you, Pratik sir, once again.
Thank you so much.
Shall we stop this live session here?
Yes.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back. Let me stop.